Am I the asshole for refusing to change someone's baby's diaper? My wife and I have been married for 10 plus years and have a few kids. Sister-in-law and her husband had a baby 2 years ago. No major complaints. They just tend to ask for people to do stuff that I would think they do themselves. They'll come over to our house, they live an hour away, and they'll ask ahead of time if we have their kids' favorite crackers on hand. Why they don't just bring their own crackers? I don't know. They are well off. Money is not an issue. If one of them leaves the room, they'll ask one of us, my wife or my kids, to be in charge of the baby, even if the other parent is right there, just scrolling on their phone or something. But whenever I say something to my wife, she says I'm being too much. The other day, we're having a dinner at mother-in-law's house when the baby had a poopy diaper. Sister-in-law looks at me and says in the sweetest voice, "Uncle, OP, can you change the diaper?" She frequently does this when we're there, but this was the first time that I was asked. I answered politely, "No, I'm sorry, I don't do that." "You don't do diapers?" "No, I don't do other people's kids' diapers if their mom or dad is around. I mean, if I'm babysitting, sure thing, but yeah, if the parents are around, I just feel like it's their job." Sister-in-law looks like she was ready to cry. Quote, "Well, I feel selfish." I smiled to try and set her at ease. "Not trying to make you feel any way, just telling you a boundary is all." The table got really awkward as she got up and did the diaper. Afterwards, my wife blamed me for making sister-in-law feel bad and said I could have just changed the diaper. Not trying to make anyone feel bad, but I've had 3 kids and I always took responsibility. I watched them, I packed for them, and I changed them. I'm not looking to be a secondary parent for this kid.
100%. And I mean, like, you've already, like, pissed me slightly off about the freaking cracker thing. You want your kid to have crackers? You fucking bring them in your car. What the hell is that? The fact that when you leave the room, I'm in charge of the baby, even though Chris is right there scrolling on his phone. My brother-in-law is right there scrolling on his phone. He doesn't want to watch. And now I'm in charge of Andrew. Like, I mean, I'm going to be in charge of Andrew, my nephew, no matter what. But, like, why are you putting it on me? I don't know. I just kind of understand this could be, like, a little frustrating because you're, like, passing it off. And I would just be like, okay, tell you what. Next time that happens, I'm going to just look at you. She asked me, I'm going to look at you. You better jump up from your seat and say, "I'll change the baby's diaper. I got this."
Yeah, exactly.
Better save me without me even having to say anything if you want me to be silent.
Yeah.
This is ridiculousness. Sometimes ridiculousness is just, it is what it is. But me, personally, I'm setting this boundary too. I mean, I can be a little flexible for you. If you want me to not be so rude to your family, I can give you the eye look and you can do whatever is being asked of me. If I wanted to set this boundary with you so that I didn't set the boundary with them because that's what you wanted, we could arrange that.
Yeah.
You better be within earshot of me all the time to know what's happening.
Don't ever leave me, ever.
Don't ever leave me. Oh, remember when I used to leave you at my family functions at the beginning when we first started dating?
Yeah, that was so rude of you.
I am so sorry for that.
Are you... Guys, Denver would
Wait. Quick side note. Am I the asshole for bringing my new girlfriend that I've been dating for 3 months to my family function where there's 35 plus people there of all my extended aunts and cousins? And then once I get into the house, I run around like a little child following all the other younger kids around, playing with them and leaving my girlfriend to socialize with my family alone. Am I the asshole?
Yes. The verdict is yes. YTA.
Yeah, I realized that on the way home. And she was like, "Why the fuck did you leave me? This is not what I signed up for."
Yeah. Like, now it's fine because I'm comfortable with your family.
Yeah.
But, like, the first freaking Christmas? What the hell was that, bro?
And she's like, "Did you not notice how at my family function I stayed by you the whole time?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah. It's
Me with crippling social anxiety?
I did notice that. Now that I think back on it, you were by my side the whole time. Sorry, I just got overexcited with the Nerf guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Top comment. Not the asshole. Your sister-in-law only felt bad because the obvious was pointed out to her. You said no when she asked you. Then she pressed you further, trying to either guilt you into changing the diaper or make you look bad because you didn't want to change a poopy diaper.
This makes me appreciate my sister even more because when I'm there hanging out, she'll be like, "Do you want to change the diaper?" And I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. She's like, okay, no problem. I got it.
Yeah.
She asks if I want to. She doesn't say, oh, Uncle Denver's going to change your poopy diaper and then tell me I need to do it. She's oh, he needs a diaper change. I think it's going to be a poopy one. She's like, do you want to do it? I'm like, I prefer not to this time.
Yeah. No, I think it also depends on like the family dynamic because like, yes, it would be completely normal for Madison to be like, hey, Teresa, do you want to change the diaper? Like, I wouldn't think twice about that. I wouldn't be like OP and being like, why are you asking me about it? Mm-hmm. But I think OP probably isn't as close with his sister-in-law, first of all.
And she didn't ask.
She didn't ask. She just said, Uncle, go change the diaper. And I don't think he was wrong in saying, no, I don't do that. Like, that is just a boundary. Like, you shouldn't be complicit just to spare someone like hurt and awkwardness.
I don't know. I'm rereading it now.
What?
She says, Uncle, your name, can you change the diaper? Is that... I feel like that's Madison would have worded it slightly different. She would have said, does anybody want to change it? Or like, would you want to change it? Not, can you change it? But in the wordage, and he says, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. And she's like, you don't do diapers? And then he goes off. So I'm thinking it was like he kind of fired the shots.
No, I don't think.
I think it's because of his previous issues with her parenting.
Yeah, there's that.
And stuff. But now that I'm like reading it word for word, I'm like, man, maybe it's not that bad.
I don't think she was wrong to ask him. I think she was wrong to ask again, like, you don't do diapers? Like, what do you mean? Like, kind of like clarifying. You should have just taken no for an answer. Like, the first time he said, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. And also just, like, not kind of, like, make it about you. Like, all he said was no. And now you're butthurt about that? Like, you shouldn't be butthurt about that.
But he didn't say, no, I don't want to. He didn't say, like, no, I'm good, I don't really want to. He said, no, I don't do that. And then she was like, what do you mean? You don't do diapers? And then he went in hard.
I don't think he went in hard. I honestly feel like this is a respectable boundary. If he's not comfortable with it.
I know it is. But he's
So what would you have liked him to do instead?
Don't say the words, I don't do that. I feel like the words, I don't do that, kind of like set her up to be like, what do you mean you don't do that? It wasn't, no, I don't really want to right now, like kind of end a conversation. It was like, I don't do that, and allowed her to have a follow-up question. I feel like that's where it kind of got messy. Yeah, I don't know. I overall think he's not the asshole, but now I'm like I'm rereading like with the quoted words, and I'm like, I don't know, because Madison has been like, hey, would you like to change the diaper?
And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's also fine to say no.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, when he said no, he didn't just say no. He said, no, I don't do that. And she's like, what do you mean you don't do diapers? And it kind of led that farther down the rabbit hole. He didn't just say no. He said, no, I don't do that. You know what I mean? Kind of edgy.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I still agree, not the asshole.
Yeah.
Top comment. Not the asshole. Your sister-in-law only felt bad because the obvious was pointed out to her. You said no when she asked you. Then she pressed you further, trying to guilt you into changing the diaper or to make you look bad because you didn't want to change a poopy diaper.
Why are you stealing my top comment?
What do you mean?
It's my story.
I got confused. I felt pressure there. I forgot this was not my story.
Didn't I read it already? Or am I losing my mind?
Am I losing my mind?
Did I not read it?
I think I'm losing my mind. What is happening?
I thought I read it, but maybe I didn't.
I don't know. And now that I reread that top comment, she says, you said no when she asked you. Then she pressed you. Did she really press him? Because he left it like open-ended. Like, I don't do that. Like, what does that mean?
It means no.
But it's confusing. He could have just said, no, thanks, I'm good. I'll take a pass on this one. I'm confusion.
You are confusion.
So back to me or back to you?
No, I just read that story.
Shit.